who I was playing against. I think that helped a lot because I just rushed to a 3-0 lead in the start, and he came back at me, and I was kind of expecting it too. But yeah, just so happy to win in the deciding frame when I was down by about, I think, 54 points with 67 on. So yeah, it was just unbelievable to win that match on the final black 5-4. And yeah, I think the best win of my career so far.
Absolutely. I mean, how do you prepare for that mentally?
I mean, it's a little bit tough because he's also my favorite player. So, but I was very excited to play against him, and my mindset was that I wanted to win and not just play against him and just show up for the match. You don't want to do that. You want to win when you play against such a big player for the first time. So I think, yeah, my I was very strong mentally before the match, and yeah.
Did he say any words to you, or I mean, did you after tell him that he's one of your favorite players, or was there any conversation?
I think I had some interviews before the match, and I mentioned that maybe he listened to that, or I don't know if he heard about it. But yeah, he congratulated me after the match, and he was like, "Well played and good luck for the next one." So
I've seen him lose his temper a few times as well on the table. He's missed a shot and then he's just hit the ball as well. What do you think about when snooker players lose their composure a little bit? I've seen another snooker player throw their cue off, and it's like all of a sudden fines come, and it wasn't really sportsmanship. Like, how do you keep calm, and what do you think of situations like that?
so I think for me, I would kind of never do that because I've been taught that you have to respect the game so that the game respects you back. And I try to do I try to not react as much as I can, but sometimes your emotions just show, and I don't blame players for doing that at all because I have experienced what they've experienced on that day. And getting frustrated, irritated because you're playing a tournament after another. It's like for forever, it just continues. The tour is it's it get the game gets so hard at some time. uh, you're playing about 14 events a year, and almost two in a month. So you've got qualifiers, you got some other event, you've got something or the other. So I mean, when you're not playing up to the mark, I feel like you just lose your temper sometimes. But to I don't support reacting in that way,
Hmm.
to be honest, because I've been taught you should never disrespect the game, or the table or the balls or anything,
Hmm.
because you're living off it, kind of. You're you know you're winning prize money, and your home's running by it. It's your bread and butter. So I think you should never disrespect something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's tough to put you know to put your views on it. But yeah, that's my thought on it.
Watch all these people watching you. How do you cope with that pressure?
Yeah, so I think I used to play a lot of matches back in India as well, and I used to get maybe 30-40 people watching me live at some time. And I've played some few national finals, Asian Championship finals, so I've got some crowd over there as well. But I think I just love it when there's more people watching me live.
Really?
It just excites me.
Does it give
And
you a buzz?
yeah, it does gives me a buzz. And maybe for some people it's too much pressure to handle, but I feel so good in those situations. Like, I just want to perform the level best. So I feel really nice playing out there.
Today's episode has been sponsored by Sean Land. We're growing a like minded community on Discord. So if you click on the link in the bio, you can enter it absolutely free. How do you feel about energy? Um, Spiritually, your faith, and how does that play a part in when you're playing snooker?
So the Guruji I follow, I've connected with him for almost 2 years now, and almost it's just changed my life around. I started following him in around February or March in 2023, and 3-4 months later, I was qualified for the Pro Tour. And I think it's so important for people. I would suggest young people to connect with whatever they believe in whichever religion they are, whichever caste. Every god is the same, obviously, and you just surrender yourself to one. And I feel it's so important when you get your spiritual side aside and you're just there, somebody's going to take care of me no matter what. That kind of inner peace helps you so much in life.
Mhm.
You won't, I feel, you won't ever face depression. You won't ever feel you're alone. You will always feel happy, even if in the toughest situations of your life. I think it's so important to be spiritual and not kind of, maybe not religious as much, but to connect with something that's not here.
Mm. So you have nothing to lose by
Yeah,
believing in,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
something
Only to
spiritual.
gain, only to gain. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
because there's a lot of people out there who are lost. They don't know why their world is not going right or things are not happening for them. And mental health is massive,
yeah,
especially in this country.
yeah,
People are swiping on their phones, scrolling, they're looking for the next high. And when things don't go their way, they just like fall into depression very quickly. I think even you mentioned there's even a high suicide rate even in India,
yeah.
so having some sort of belief.
Yeah, I think everywhere. It's just not India. Maybe people like suiciding everywhere. Young people, especially, can't cope with the pressure of maybe studies, pressure from parents, maybe workload, anything. It can be anything. But I think when you connect to something higher, in a higher spirit or something, but you just get, you just calm yourself. You get inner peace. You get happiness. It's a weight off your shoulders. I feel that one part of your life is sorted out, and the rest just takes its own course. You're on the right track when you. I mean, I feel very lucky to be, so I feel 100% connected right now. I'm 100% connected, and I feel so lucky to have found it at 28 years old.
Wow. That's amazing. And it is showing through. I mean, you just beat Gary Wilson in the Welsh Open, and he was the, reigning champion of that tournament, right?
Yes, he
Yeah.
was. He won it the last season. He won the Welsh Open in the last season, and yeah, he's a three-time Home Nation Series champion. So it was a big win,
You've been,
obviously.
you've been in some big matches already, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Lucky to have come out on top of most of them.
That's just like amazing. It's like, how does that pressure not get to you? You're probably thinking, oh, on the draw, I've got Gary Wilson. He won last year, and I'm playing this guy. How do you change that and go? Doesn't matter. He's just another player next to me, and my job is to concentrate on my game and win. How do you do that?
Yeah, Sean. That's what you said is my mindset. I mean, that's just another player. Even if he won last year, it doesn't matter. It's a new tournament. It's a new day. It's a new game. The balls can treat you anyway. You need to respect the game. So yeah, if I think if you just put in the hard work, respect the game will give it back to you sometime. I've had so many losses in my career, but you only learn. I've learned not to lose in matches. Instead, just learn from them. So I think that is one of the toughest things to do. But as I said before, if your mind's right, if your mind's in the right place, then you can achieve anything in life.
So losses is not the end.
No, no, it's just the beginning. I feel, yeah. I think every person should lose a lot before they start winning. That is my mindset, because if you just start playing a sport and you just start off winning, then it's very difficult to cope with the losses. So I feel it's like you should lose a lot before you start winning.
I,
That's
lo-
what I did,
I,
and I
lo-
think I'm on the right track.
I love that because that's transferable to anything you do in life,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it? Um, when you are in a position that the balls are not going for you, you're losing. You might be losing frame after frame, and every shot or when you're going back to the table, there's nothing on, and you're just like, "Come on, give me a shot." How do you reset? How do you reset that, and how do you sort of change? Like, so if there's like a small interval, how do you regroup and go right? I'm gonna have to change this aura and energy of this match now.
Yeah, so I think I just smile at the balls, just you just smile and you just keep going. You don't look back what's happened before. Some luck is something I feel that will even out in a match. It won't be in